thanks. Tonight at 10, the Arkansas Attorney General's office now looking into a piece of property near the 188th Air Guard Base in Fort Smith that could have ties to China and its communist government.
5 News reporter Lauren Spencer is joining us now. She's sharing what Arkansas leaders are doing to combat this sale, as some worry that the purchase could create a national security threat. Lauren.
Yeah, Secretary of Agriculture Wes Ward tells me this is a countrywide issue with companies with foreign ties trying to purchase land. The company 4811 South Zero Street LLC purchased this property just about 3 miles from the 188th for $5 million earlier this month.
Making sure that we're protecting our assets here in Arkansas.
Wes Ward, Arkansas's Secretary of Agriculture, sent a letter to Attorney General Tim Griffin, concerned over the purchase of property very close to the 188th in Fort Smith by a company called 4811 South Zero Street LLC.
There were ties to China and the Chinese Communist Party. The name that they used for that purchase is actually the address of the facility itself, and so even that was enough to raise a red flag.
After the investigation, he says a few things stuck out to them.
You can't be too cautious. We've had our law enforcement team looking deeper into that, working with other entities as well. We felt like we had enough reasonable suspicion to turn that over to the Attorney General's office.
He says they actually might be violating state law, Act 363.
To prohibit foreign ownership by countries that are adversarial to the United States, in particular China.
And he says its proximity to the 188th could actually result in a national security threat.
When you're dealing with air assets, those aircraft are incredibly expensive. If you take an entity that could undermine and cripple one of those technologies or an asset, it could be extremely devastating. There's different capacities that adversarial countries have, either spying on our assets or stealing technology, eavesdropping, a lot of different things that can happen, especially when you're located that closely to a military installation.
He says Sarah Huckabee Sanders was the first governor to take action on Chinese ownership coming into the state.
We're not going to allow that in Arkansas. We're setting the example of what other states can do.
Congressman Steve Womack says he's monitoring the situation closely, adding he feels it's critical to protect our country from national security threats.
Fort Smith is a bright spot right now,
with Arkansas leaders wanting to protect the base and area as it continues to grow and bring more people to Fort Smith.
The economic development opportunities that are associated with the expansion of the military base all ties together, and we're going to do our best to continue to make sure it grows.
Attorney General Tim Griffin's office is working with state and federal agencies to investigate. Governor Sanders tweeted that she will not let communist China buy land close to military installations and spy on defense assets. Lauren Spencer, 5 News.